Hello everyone and welcome to another session of the Lusophone Empire campaign. So I've been thinking, and there is this whole legislation mess going on, which is probably not going anywhere, and also monarchy is bad, we got to remove it, and all of that stuff going on, but it's not really relevant, I realized. Relevant thing is I need to pour as much money as possible to build as many buildings to actually fix this market and get something useful out of it, because currently it's not really going anywhere. And I realized two things. First of all, the investment pool is kind of being spent. I think we actually get less reinvestments than we had to because the multiplier got reduced because of the growing domestic product. And even though those guys are still doing a fair amount of investments within Portugal proper, they're building a lot of stuff in Austria and Great Britain and so on, which is not terribly bad. I mean, if we look here, so we own 12% of the British GDP. And that's not counting everything we have in India and Canada and Australia and all over the place. We actually own not insignificant amount in Austria as well, I think. Well, actually, it's pretty insignificant. It's 2%, but they don't own anything in what? Oh, for a second here, I thought two cities had their own power block. Never mind. So the investments were going fine, and 12% of the British GDP, that's over 15 million in pounds. So that's pretty significant. There's much more investments that can be done in Portugal because there's a lot of peasants still, and we basically need the money. So all the investment rights are going away. I hope eventually I will be able to restart at least some of them. But even if not, then that's just tough. And it happens. Everything has to be removed. So that's one thing. The other thing I realized, we have this huge difference between our actual revenue and the credit we can gather. And the difference is coming from the fact that we have much higher GDP that's been growing very fast comparatively compared to our tax base. And the reason the GDP was growing was because we are conquering stuff all of the time. So I think if we can just continue to conquer stuff faster than we are accruing debt, then things should work out pretty nicely, I think. So what I'm going to be doing, now hopefully it's not going to affect any of the lobbies too much, but even if it does, then I will work something out. It's going to change my -3, goddammit. We'll get to do it anyways. We are ending all of those as well. Nothing that can be done. We need the money. And in the future, we might be able to restart those. For some reason, it's not... It's not ordering things for some reason. Huh. Well, that's something new. Anti-Portuguese society. Okay. Not ideal. People are not fans. Industrialists are not fans. Oh my god, they're really not fans. That's actually pretty bad. It means their opposition will increase. So we will try to do... I think they're in the Anti-French Association. Yes, they are. So what we're going to do is we're going to embargo France. It's not really going to save the situation, but we need to do something. Look at the alliance. We cannot do anything with the alliance. Still not massive fans. So they are the industrialists are anti-French and pro-British. Can we make anything for the British to like us even more? Could request, but they're not going to accept. Could rival the Confederate States of America, which to be honest wouldn't be... They are exporters of raw goods as we are, but there should be plenty of influence. I guess I will just hope for a good event to switch and make the industrialists like me just a slightly bit more. I should stop making improvements to the relations with the French, because there's a threat that if it increases too much, then the lobby is going to be pissed off again. And yeah, I think I will just add a bit more construction as well. Like to make sure there's at least a few in all of the main states to increase production. And they need some railways or ports, maybe? How much does a port give? 5. It's not really efficient, but I think getting more trade would be nice. Ports are expensive. And I need universities. Universities are actually kind of important at this point. They're like here. There's like none of them. Okay, it works here. Yes. So one less in Extremadura and Galicia. Really don't have any universities. And it's really late as well, so it's best time to actually start worrying about that. So what are guys going to be? Coal. Yeah, all that stuff is nice, but get those first. And ports as well. And you know what? Actually make the universities priority over all the industrial construction. I feel like we are actually very much behind in tech. I mean, not feel like, it's true. We are behind in tech. And now all the private construction will actually focus on Portugal as well, technically speaking. So that should help a little bit. I hope. So with all that done, let's also start more conquests. And those places are really nice to conquer because they give not that much infamy, and there's quite a few people living here. So, good place to start. And then I think it will be time to go for Egypt, or Sinai as well, partially because actually having access to a bit quicker route to get to Ethiopia would be nice. But also that 50k we could get, I think you can get like 50k from the channel company. It would help a little bit, so that would be kind of nice. Let's start with a smaller war just to get rid of a little bit of infamy. Some people might join against us, but no actual powers. So yeah, we are forcing this. Oh my god, that stall increased. Let's get some troops in there. Our army is pretty significant, all things considered, but I think I need to keep it. We are a great power, and that's pretty nice. This is reducing the interest quite a lot. Going into laissez-faire is going to be pretty big priority as well. Returns to Elysium? Oh, yeah, they gain a claim because they... Well, they gain a claim somehow, I guess. Because it's a split state and that's enough? Maybe. I wonder how this is going to go, because America really wants to take a lot, but I don't think they even are going to take Morocco. Unless, actually they might be able to, because AI is not good at reinforcing, so that's a fair amount of states. So even if the Americans land, might not be enough to actually... Oh, Chink is actually going to help Siam, but that's... I don't think that's going to be enough. China at this point is probably not that much of a pushover. Though AI is not that great at getting tech, so let's see, what do they have? Yeah. Skirmish infantry. Versus trench infantry. Yeah, that's not looking great, but the numbers are decent. I just think like generally it seems like AI is slightly better at attacking than defending. Yeah, France is declaring our rivalry, which that's fair. That's fair. How do I make industrialists like me a bit more? Cannot really increase relations. We have trade agreement. We have an alliance. Beginning military assistance. Ending from events. Can we get the military assistance? We can. And I mean, this has pretty much no penalty for us. 2% chance. Is it actually going to be 2% chance? I mean, is that how it works? I thought if it's accepted, then it's going to be 100%, right? Let's see, two cities. 0. 0, and that means they accept. Okay. So is request military assistance different? Yeah, denied. Okay, so apparently this is different than like a trade agreement when you want to get it from AIs, which makes some sense because it is much more powerful if you can get it, and much more punishing for AI. So it's like a bit anti-abuse, but it's weird that it works differently. Someone joined and I didn't even notice. Luckily, I will have time to actually do something about that. Notice it in time. This is the neighbor. They conquered for 7. Just get war reparations. We'll have truce with them. I think I will just go for war reparations. Simply because I want to save up infamy to conquer all of northern Egypt in one quick war. Yeah, those guys are not fans. Yeah, unless, I mean, 2-1 in force, that's not impossible, but unlikely. And not all stalls are terrible. There is a chance of something good happening, it's just not very big. Okay, things are going smoothly over here. Germany is going to be an absolute hellhole for this entire campaign at this point, unfortunately. This entire Western Prussia is cut off from the Prussian market. All of the German miners are like separated with no connection to each other. Netherlands are a great power now instead of Prussia. Yeah, it's a mess. So a lot of stuff happening, but most of it doesn't really involve me. The Americans are trying to land in Austria instead of going for Morocco. It's not going well so far. Even against... Wow! That's a huge difference in numbers, and the Americans are losing badly. It's another revolt. We are cleaning this up. Yeah, actually, their armies are pretty much destroyed. Though my troops are not... I lost half of my armies here. So it's not like the Portuguese are doing really well, but there are some reinforcements coming. It's going to be fine. And Home Affairs investment increase. That's really important. Turns out because it weakens the agitation of movements. So absolutists are going to chill a bit more, which is really nice. Though probably will not end up mattering that much in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I don't think I can create a government that has industrialists. I don't have anyone that actually would support it, so I cannot get intelligentsia in. I think, right? Or can I? I can? There's no 75k radicals. Let's try it one more time now with the institution. Maybe it will work out. He says, as it's probably not going to work out, but let's try it. Netherlands, a lot of revolution all of a sudden. France took state. Okay. So we finished this thing. It's actually part of the state that we already controlled, so that's good. Do I just go straight for Egypt at this point? So I would definitely want Sinai. I will want Libya, I think. Maybe just go through the less populated regions and leave the actual Egypt over here. Let's see what are the costs of everything. Yeah, those are a bit more expensive. Those are really cheap. This is not that cheap, but this would make some really bad border gore. Do I dare go for the border gore? Sinai is 8. How many people are living here? 500,000. That's not bad. Interesting. I will need to build a port here if I don't get... Let's say just go lower Egypt and then through here. We'll go up to 50, let's say. Still will have alliance with Great Britain, so I should be safe, I think, from most stuff. And yeah, really nobody likes Egypt anyways, so... Actually, not many people have even interest in this area. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for a bit higher infamy. 40%. Oh, because I managed to get intelligentsia in and actually got a win. Yeah, Londoners are still in the government. Things are looking okay, and universal suffrage will just change the cloud equation in Portugal. It will put it on its head, basically. Like, everything will be different. Let's get everyone over here. Will I try to do some naval invasions? That's the question. I guess I can. So let's unite you with the 5th Portuguese army. And it's not going to work out easily. Okay. You guys I can just remove. You guys I need to join into other armies. So I guess I will keep just the tiniest amount of troops in... they don't really have a navy. It's probably about as strong as mine, because my navy also sucks, but they have 8 ships. Where's my navy? Yeah, you are where you're supposed to be, so that's fine. I just throw all of my troops to the meat grinder. I think I do. Let's make them all go to Ethiopia and then actually make them into something useful. Maybe like 2 slightly bigger armies. This is going to be painful when it comes to money, and apparently convoys as well. But we are building ports. We were building ports. Oh, that's going to be actually quite a lot of money. Hopefully it's going to work out. So, Sinai. Lower Egypt, that's 14. Matruh. That's barely anything. Libya. Barely anything. We got a ton of maneuvers. And Libyan desert. And because why not, war reparations. Forced nationalization. They own anything? They have one building. Oh, probably somewhere maybe in Ethiopia. Take a treaty port, doesn't really matter. Liberate, ban slavery. That's fine. And let's add some of those. How much would it cost to get Great Britain in? 20. We'll make sure I keep 20 just in case. Yeah, that's good enough. It's, I think, good idea to keep something as not primary, because then AI has more of an incentive to give up. But they're probably not going to give up anyways. Size of Portuguese loans, yeah, I mean, fair enough. You got the anti-Portuguese. Actually, fair enough. For once, I have to say, that's fair enough. Don't blame you. Denmark ended their support for Schleswig. Aren't you guys like... Oh, it was probably released by... Oh no, you guys are Protectorate of Denmark. Okay. Well, those guys showed up. How long till you guys actually get there? Because the war is... Okay, they should be there on time, I think. And what are your armies? Line infantry for the most part. Okay, that's fine. That's excellent. I actually go over 50%. That's not ideal. And Greece is supporting Egypt. Okay. So what we can do here? More radicals or petite bourgeoisie like me less? And gets racist reactions. I mean, I like the bourgeoisie liking me. I think I don't really care about the Yoruba people. Famous cafe. Pastel Lagarja, slaver landowner, no thank you. Or piss off landowners even more. Well, to be fair, they cannot really get even more angry. I don't think. So, yeah, sure. And the industrialists are getting more annoyed as the time goes on. We have a new moderate, so laissez-faire is actually back on the menu. Somewhat. The landowners will have to be eliminated. Trade unions would be annoyed, but not too much. It would be still, for the most part, fine with it. Greece joining is going to be annoying, but I think their army is small enough that it's not going to be a huge problem. They do have shrapnel artillery, so they're actually more advanced technologically than I am. But I can always just recruit the... Oh, you guys cannot leave. Alright, because there's some issues with no roads being present in this area. That's annoying. A Portuguese-American committee friendship. Yeah, doesn't really matter, but sure. So if you cannot leave, I'm just going to eliminate you. Now let's make something useful out of those armies. So you guys are going to join the 5th. You guys the 4th. You guys the 4th again. Let's upgrade everything you have. And you guys are joining the 5th, let's say. Okay. And let's throw you into the meat grinder. This is quite painful, but I think the increase in GDP is actually going to be quite significant from this war. Like, this is going to be 6 million alone. And... yeah, so okay, about 7 million. increasing GDP from this war, which is going to be a fair amount of... what's the problem here? Oh, you guys lost all of your organization, and you guys as well. Probably because you formed new armies. There was something about that that I don't really understand how that works, but it's a thing apparently. Okay, let's raise conscripts. It's not ideal, but I need to get this over quickly. Probably would have been better to do a naval invasion, but I don't like abusing AI like this. A lot of liberations. But I also need to get to my capital. They are attacking, actually. We got dynamite. This is really good. And how many explosives do I actually have? Pretty much none. Fair enough. First of all, let's remove everything that's not in Portugal. Which is the vast majority of everything. And naval bases, yeah, this needs to go on this. This needs to go to this, I suppose. And explosives. How many explosive factories do I have, if any? Well, I have to have some. This would be really nice. Where are my explosives? Yeah, not many. But I can increase the production a little bit and get a bit more munitions. It appears we are winning. Yeah, them attacking is not really working out for their favor, luckily. We got more rubber. Greece is going to go just out of this war. There's no war goals on them. Military assistance granted to Greece. Who's granting them military assistance? I just hope it's not Great Britain. It's Netherlands. Okay. Can I get Great Britain to maybe give me military assistance? No, because they declined recently, and you guys are just no. Nation that's friendly to them. Interesting. Yeah, you guys need to regather your organization. Got the independent movement against Raj that's not relevant. But it's supported by China, and China is already fighting the Brits, but not Raj, I guess? I think? No, they are. China is not doing super well. What are they going to lose? Possibly? They're going to lose the entire neighbor state with Hong Kong. But I hope this is not going to happen. But it might. I am defending, but not really pushing that much just yet. Yes, the Egyptians are... those Greek troops are really annoying, to be honest. Oh. I might have to go for some naval invasions in the end. Guess we'll need additional 50 days to recover. You guys wait. There's no reason to really send them in with a lowered offense and defense. Am I going to get votes? What? Oh. Okay. It's like Victoria Free is haunted or something. Things are happening when you don't look for a second. Okay, let's see. This is stall. Okay, that's to be expected somewhat. That's annoying. It might move industries to -10, and it does. That's bad. Just lost the general. And I need a general here as well. Someone decent. Don't like that he's a landowner, but at least he has a good ability. I need even more. Suddenly I don't have bureaucracy that much. Huh? Did the population of one of those places massively increase, or... I mean, it's increasing massively all the time. But why I suddenly have a problem with bureaucracy? Don't really get it. I guess I am building some buildings, but not that many. I mean, a few of those is just going to fix this issue. And there are tax issues, but there's no ability to actually gather taxes from those places. Gets like 3 here. And make it a priority, please. Oh yeah. Again, I forgot the... Oh no, actually I kept military wages at a decent spot. So it's good. Let's increase the government wages. Which is painful. But I really don't want to stop being a great power. Are you guys getting ready more or less? Very slowly. It's a bit of a stalemate, unfortunately. Wow, we really don't have that many troops on the battlefield. Somehow it's really not that much recruitment going on. Yeah, the Greece is 1/4, more than 1/4 of the enemy's armies. And it's going to take a while for them to give up. So this is unfortunate. They actually managed to push a little bit. Though it's really not relevant. As long as they're not doing any naval invasions. Not even the entire Greek army is fighting. So yeah, abandoning the military tech was not the best for this situation, but probably long term it wasn't a bad idea. Okay, let's try to do something sneaky. Not sure if I even will be able to land, because with the Greek navy, they might be able to oppose me. But I think it's worth it to try. Yeah, I'm losing way more in attacks. Just giving them the advantage. Yeah, just let me click on this. Yeah, they switched all on defense. Which is fair enough. And yeah, I'm slightly better at attacking, but the Greeks are much better at attacking than me. About the same at defense. Well, we gotta just grind them down, unfortunately, I think. Not ideal solution, but eventually. No. Don't have the money for it, sorry guys. What is the private construction doing in the meantime? In Bhutan? I guess I forgot to remove them from the deals with investment rights, right? Yes. Oh. Ooh, spooky. I was going to check diplomacy, yes. Colonization, war operations, that's fine, trade agreements. Yeah, no more investment rights. Persia and Spain are damaging our relations. Spain, I guess it's kind of understandable, but Persia? we are defending at least on the seas. We might be able to land. Do I just pause attacking for a little bit and hope I recover my troops faster than the enemy? Well, there's really not that many Greeks fighting here. Magnificent UI over here. Do I pause attacking for a minute? To gather a bit more troops, because really, like, I have less than 1/3 of my battalions in here. It's really not ideal. Okay, that's really nice. Some of the troops will be shifting north with this naval invasion. Yeah, actually I'm losing advantage here. I need to switch to defense for a little bit. You guys are really good at defending. Too bad it's not the other way. Peace proposed, and you guys probably are proposing quite peace, yes. Damn, they really have higher numbers in here. We got a new guy on the rule of forks. This is a moderate. We have a donation of knowledge. Yeah, thank you. For free. We got a possible promotion. Yes, please make the landowners like me, the industrialists like me just a little bit more. This helps. And Greece is out. That was surprisingly quick, to be honest. I guess they didn't have to go to -100 war support, I suppose. And yeah, we are making a landing here. So we'll see what Egypt does when that happens. And yeah, that's done. Okay, so we are pushing. And now they removed some of their troops, so it's time to push the advantage. Is there a way to switch all armies, the orders for entire armies? I thought there was, but keep not finding it. Yeah, they're switching a lot of troops to the north, and that's good enough. 25 legitimacy. Oof. In 30 days, I might be able to have a democracy. Possibly. And still, this would be pretty quick war, all things considered. This is still one front, okay. Oh, this actually was the capital, so maybe I should have invaded there, but probably is going to be fine. We have this. You guys are illegitimate, but... Oh, we got it! We actually got it. So that's huge. This changes the way the governments are going to be set up significantly. Currently there's not going to be a legitimate government under any circumstances, so I just have to wait for elections, basically. You guys formed Royalist movement, which is pretty significant. Absolutist movement removed. Which is not ideal, because the only thing you guys want is a monarchy. And I want to remove that. You guys have 7 support. That's not nothing, though. Liberals are much stronger, and... oh, the liberals don't actually care about the form of the government. They only care about it being an actual democracy. And we have the positivists. I mean, I think I'm okay-ish with the positivists. Not like loving them, but I think that they're fine. It's probably going to ignore them for the most part. Hopefully. Do I do the silly thing where you just move an army across the enemy territory? How are you guys actually going to get there? Actually, they're going to get there the long way around. Okay. It's probably the better way to go about it, to be honest, but... Let's switch you to defense. There's actually a lot of the enemies trying to push you. And they are attacking, which means we want to abuse that as much as possible. 150 days till election, that's a lot of time. Historic Party of the Progressive Dissidents, Agrarian Party, Progressive Party, Regenerator Party. Okay. The Historic Party is a bit interesting. They have very low momentum, which I'm not sure how I'm liking. I like the Progressives being strong. Agrarian Party being strong, I'm less of a fan. But let's see. Let's see how the elections goes. It's going to be important. To decapitate a serpent. I would love more intelligentsia. 20% momentum if possible. Republicanism of masses. Yeah, probably that's what I want. Radicals are still in. Royalists are going to be one of the strongest movements. Actually, removing the monarchy might not be as easy as I thought. The Morocco War is over, thankfully. We got a Tunisian uprising without actual Tunisia being involved. Pretty typical. We have a peace proposition. Nah. There was a lot of that I just gained from this war, but hopefully it's going to be worth it. I mean, if I actually get Suez working, it's probably going to be fine, but that's a challenge sometimes. Oh wow, they really don't have any troops here. This is stop tour. No, I don't want agrarians. No, 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 no. Please no more agrarians. Just if you could be removed, that would be ideal. Okay, we are continuing to push. We actually managed to take something. I wonder, is the infamy... So even though I went over 50, I will only gain infamy with the plus 25%, right? It doesn't actually count. Oh, this... Yeah, I mean, I kind of want that. Even though it's not hugely effective because I'm not doing much research myself. But just spreading it 10% more, it's pretty nice. Now I'm gaining ports. Ironclads would be pretty nice as well. Tumultuous campaign. We can I don't really... I actually want them to be fairly strong because I want them to get me laissez-faire. Got Chevanese uprising. Do they stand a chance? It's huge population here, but no armies. The costs are actually going huge, so finish this one quick, please. Oh, I got this. That's probably why the costs are ballooning. Radicals from political movements. I have a good amount of political movements. But they don't seem to be creating that many radicals every month. Like, yeah, I mean, those are very small movements as well. So all of those guys are pretty chill. They're waiting for the elections, I suppose. So I guess there's no harm in it. Oh, you guys almost got your reinforcements. And those guys are actually attacking? Yeah, they are switched on attacking. So let's have you join the attack. I think you guys have almost an advantage. Or at least close enough. We have to be quite devastated area. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, the push is fairly slow, unfortunately. I will remove some of the troops from here, actually. Yeah, I really don't need as many as I have here. Yeah. Might even go less as push continues. Yeah, I will. No! Almost misclicked, but saved. Saved by the lag. Are they actually pushing from the north as well? Okay, we got elections. So trade unions have huge clout, and they're very happy, which is nice because we actually will need to use that approval for laissez-faire. Intelligence is huge, industrialists are pretty big, rural folk are significant, unfortunately. Landowners are weak. Okay. Petite bourgeoisie, often when I play, petite bourgeoisie are surprisingly strong, but not in this one. So let's see, what can I get? I can get some, well, good enough, I suppose. So. Ideally, I would want just to switch to Parliamentary Republic right away, to be honest. The opposition would be huge because the royalists would be very much pissed. And the Catholic Church. How long till you guys chill? A long time. And they're not really going to be that much chill. And that's the question now. Do I continue to now, or do I switch to focusing on laissez-faire? Ah, this is the... actually... It's going to piss off landowners and rural folk. The chance to get it is not terrible, and trade unions wouldn't care, so maybe now is the time to actually get it done. So let's see. Is there any legitimate government that I can get with the industrialists? It's possible there isn't. They're all part of the Catholic Church party. Yeah, I don't really see how it would work. So I try going all in. Oh, there's actually 9% support for multiculturalism. But I don't think I really need it anyways. Elected bureaucrats could be nice, though really not that important in a land where there's not much bureaucracy being used. So I guess the priority now would be to go away from monarchy if possible. This is just going to keep on pissing off the same people as always. This is going to be pretty nice eventually because I can use it to make the trade unions and intelligentsia happy, and maybe use the happiness the industries are going to get from laissez-faire, maybe. But first I would need to switch from... Yeah, there's much more opposition to corporate state, actually. Interesting. Okay, this is going to be tough, but I think I'm going to try it. So I want intelligentsia, petite bourgeoisie, progressive dissidents. And yeah, if you guys can... And then what, trade unions? And no, landowners don't want to be part of it. Industrialists don't help. Catholic Church doesn't help. You guys are one party. I could make something like this, but yeah, they want to join this. I could lower taxes, but that would be bad, I feel like. Yeah, they need to join this. I cannot prevent them from joining. They just keep... I will keep them like this for a bit of time, I think. Maybe wait for people to chill out. This is a bit annoying, but I don't really see an option to push for removing monarchy, and I really would want to. Oh, this is one front line, and you guys are on the wrong one, of course. Or is it the wrong one? Actually, yeah, you stay here. You are closer, and it's almost finished. There's a lot of Egyptians there. You guys are going somewhere. Okay, yeah, this is about to be finished. Yeah, this a whole war is about to be finished, even though the costs are actually pretty significant. And the bureaucracy removed again. Huh. Might as well remove all of the conscripts. Well, this was much more expensive than I hoped. But then Greece threw a bit of a wrench in my plans. And my armies really weren't that strong, all things considered. Got a Catalan mass migration, so let's hope for more of those. Practicing positivism. Don't really want more of them because they don't want democracy. Britain and going for more stuff all over the place. At least those guys are really happy. I suppose there's still some cloud that's going to be switching around. There's going to be next elections as well, and momentum is actually pretty huge for those, so they might go differently than the first one. Okay, we got port. Are you guys actually willing? It's interesting that the AI never proposes anything but white peace, pretty much. I wonder if they actually have... We got a Polish mass migration from Krakow. Okay. Finally getting some mass migration. It's been a while. And the interesting fact is they're actually arriving at almost all the states because they're also coming to neighbor regions. So we are getting all of those pops. This is very important. And one problem that there is I don't think... available employment. So there is some available employment, but there probably could be way more. Available employment, decent. Okay, so I guess people are coming to fill jobs. Is there a serious lack of workers here? I guess it would be better if there was, because that means there's more migration. Okay, now it's actually over. And they're losing 10 war support per week, so there's not going to be much war operations from Egypt, but even some would be nice. Yeah, Burundi is not really supportive. Okay, guys, just chill. Yeah, I'm losing 10% of tax income pretty much from everything with those, so... And yeah, we got it. It's not terrible when it comes to border guard, it's just pretty bad. Let's remove construction from those places, and government administration, to be honest, as well. University can stay. You don't really need government... Oh! Of course, they are switching places when they are losing the priority in building numbers. Armies, I suppose, are fine. Okay, so we won here. What now? Somehow I'm still losing a massive amounts of money because I don't have bureaucracy. I suppose a lot of people did arrive with the mass migrations. How are we doing on... Okay, there's enough universities for at least a while, so that's good. Oh wow, it's been almost an hour. This has been a really long session, but yeah, I really wanted to play today, so I guess that's what happens. We did become a democracy, a bureaucracy. Yeah, well, fair enough. And we did gain a significant amount of GDP with this war. Probably not enough to actually make it even for the war, but it's something. Egypt was probably like the only nation that could rival Portugal except for Great Britain and France in Africa. So yay, I guess. We beat them. Now things are going to be slightly easier. And we did just get access to a lot of oil. This population is going all over the place. Just not really to Portugal, to be honest, but that might switch. So yeah, GG, that's going to be it for this episode. We are moving places. There is still some time for build-up, though I'm not really using it most effectively, I think. But I am gaining more of Africa, and that's the goal of the campaign, so that's something. Maybe I should think a bit more about gaining Brazil, because that would be a more permanent way to gain income from a subject. But it probably wouldn't be that easy war as well. I would need at least a few more ships. Yeah, they're not terrible. They have a defensive pact with no one really relevant. Maybe it will be a bit more of a priority. But for now, GG, and see you guys on the next session.